5 words, my goodness. For the fun of this experience, no, it's kind of respect and friendship, which was for me was very, very important because I knew the person and the brand Christian Lacroix, but I didn't know Christian very personally, and this for me is really something which was very, very enriching. So I think those 2 things are very important. What else? It's like the joy, really the joy of creating, the fun factor in putting things together and to push things in a different angle, to take a step back, to take 2 steps forward. That's also important for me, which we did. 3 steps. 5. Sorry. 5
He stole my words. No, but for me, the chemistry, alchemy, fun, a very focused process, and the true pleasure, yeah.
With this collection, I hope to bring fun, the joy of dressing up, playing with fashion, the way that people look to you, the way that you combine all those things together. And that for me was very important to bring that back with this collection. The 80s and 90s, couture, all those things were very important to look at. So, and automatically, of course, we had arrived at Christian.
I was very excited when I was invited. I first didn't understand quite well why he wanted to have me here. I was happy to be closer to somebody I didn't know and to see how he worked.
No, for us it was important that it was not like becoming a homage. It's a collection for now, and I really wanted to make like the perfect blend of the two worlds. Christian's world, I wanted really to use elements, and also that Christian was suggesting us to use certain elements and drop certain elements. He was really there, and that helped us also. He helped us also. He inspired us also on a lot of things, because of course it's a little bit out of our comfort zone, this collection. So it's an evolution of what we normally do, and I think having Christian around us and okay, it was a joke sometimes we were sitting at the table and Christian wasn't there for a meeting. We said like, okay, Christian, talk to us. How would you do it?
And
how
I did.
You see it? And he did. In every collection, you have to try to find a balance. Just to look to the fun of fashion and to make beautiful clothes and all of that. So, but of course, it has to reflect the reality. People have to be able to wear it now, have to be able to wear it in the street, not every piece, but all those things. And that was maybe the most challenging part, not to lose myself in the fun, but then not forgetting also that there must be enough fun in this collection.
For me, the most challenging was to arrive in the team who used to work all together, and I would like alien. I was afraid of that because I didn't know them. And what do they think? The first session, I was very, very shy. I didn't dare to say one word or to mix. Step by step, I saw that we had the same process. So I became part of the team. To him, my motto when I was a teenager was too much is never enough. So, and I think that a kind of maximalism joined a kind of minimalism. Maximalism joined minimalism. It's because the mix and match he knows how to do. I admire the way he mix and matches fabric and print.
For me, I love a lot of things. And I want to play also with a lot of materials. I want to show a lot of things together. And I want, for me, too much is not happening very quickly. So it's really like, I prefer to put more and more layers, which after you can dissect, which you can take maybe like an onion that you can peel off. So in that way, if we play with the jacquard, okay, still add a piece of embroidery, maybe still put brooch on it, still put some rings on it, maybe a little feather here or there. So those, of course, is something what Christian is a master in. And maybe in our trying to be very contemporary and modern and fashionable, we lost that a little bit. And I think now with the help of Christian, I was very, very happy to find that back and to really to be pushed even more, not in excess, because excess can be quite negative. But this is just like trying to find the right dose of too much. It's something trying to see when it's not complete. I think can be boring, can be too evident, can be too easy nearly. So for me, there has to be contrast, there has to be tension, there has to be all those things that you, on first glimpse, you say like, this is intriguing, but I don't know yet if it's nice or is it ugly. Is the balance between beauty and ugliness right? Because just getting something purely beautiful is very boring for me. So there has to be all those tensions in it. And that, I think, is really something which is important, especially in this collection, by putting even more of those elements now together to see, like, okay, now this is the right one and the right little touch on top of that.
The border, when it's enough or not enough, we feel it. It's sometimes, we can't tell why, but we feel it. I don't remember if it's Baudelaire or another poet who said that the real artist, the real designer, the real painter was the one who knows, who feels when to stop. I never knew when to stop. But, and this is a matter of season. I feel that this mixing and matching and what Dries was just saying, it's sometimes the different from one season to another, from one decade to another decade.
For young people, what is nice, and for me it was also kind of, can we work together with another designer on one collection? Because now everything is so branded, focused, edited, all those things. So because we don't want to call this a collaboration either. So it's just that trying to find the right balance, and with all respect towards Christian, but can we work together on one collection and then say next season, okay, this was only for once, thank you, bye-bye. So that was a lot of things which went through my head, like, okay, is this possible? Because it's so different than what people look now to a house and a brand and everybody, an ego and all those things. And that for me was just not important this time. For me, it was much more like, instead of doing a homage, having the opportunity to work together with Christian, like, bingo, wow, that was fantastic. It was important to be able to show it there. Point one, it's Opera Bastille, so it's an opera, which is also kind of the habitat of Christian now. On the other hand, also, it's a space that nobody knows, and it's completely concrete. So it's not like the traditional opera. So I love the fact that people think that they go to the opera, but they arrive more in a bunker than in an opera. And I think also to show this rather opulent collection, we needed something which was very pared down, because otherwise contrasts are very important for me, are very important in my work. So it's often that it's really like the opposites. Okay, you have something opulent and something very poor. This collection also, we mix a lot of white men's singlets and jeans with all those very rich materials, just to create kind of not modernity, but something, yeah, to create a tension. And this, for me, was also important, to have that very bare space, that monumental space, but very bare and sparse, to show this collection.
And I love this idea. First, I'm living. My office is 1 block from from the opera. I never used the Bastille workrooms, but I worked with the Garnier workroom because it's 2 operas, but same house. And I did a lot of mainly ballet for Bastille. And we share this contrast. And for instance, my former flat was concrete and then just a wall made by a theater set decorator, painter, gilded with fake sculpture, everything. I love abstract.
Fashion is a way for me of telling a little bit who you are through your clothes, trying to stand out or trying to fit in. Both are fashion acts for me, because some people love to be seen all in the same dress or in the same coat or with the same bag, just because in that way they are feeling that they make part of a tribe. Or other people just say, when everybody's doing that, I'm just going to do the opposite or going to do something different. So for me, those all are things, but it's really something which makes you very, like the person, gives you the personality, and that's for me is very important.
Fashion in French, the word is mode, and mode is a manner of mode de vie, mode de. So for me, fashion is a way of being yourself. And yes, we discussed earlier, and I never knew if it was being the same as your neighbor or, on the contrary, very different from your neighbor. But Dries answered, it's both, yes. You have the followers and you have the leaders, but mainly a way of expressing the time we are in.